Kala lalwa wadla ya bashim yashar bashim kakudash Jabalana to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutation to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth, all to in sincerity, and with the Munatizak and Shalom. It was a short video, you know what I mean? But I posted some stuff on the chat group, in the chat here, brother. I'm just gonna chime in on it, so to speak, you know. I never really do videos on the whole UFO topic, but you know what I mean. As it's English and do quench not the spirit if I'm not mistaken. Alright? If memory serves correctly. So hopefully 2 videos, we got some precepts talking about it. Should be a short video. You know what I mean? But let's say we get straight to it.
I'll go refer back to Russia. One incident I did not mention, Representative Burleson, is Colonel Sokolov in that Ministry of Defense program said there were 40 incidents where Russian warplanes were sent to intercept UFOs, and they were ordered to fire on them. And for the most part, the UFOs would zip away. 3 of the pilots, though, did fire at these things. Those 3 planes stalled out, crashed. 2 of those pilots died. And after that, the Russians changed the standing order. If you see a UFO, leave them alone.
Alright, what it says that they were ordered to fire Russia. The fighters was ordered to fire when they see the UFO. You know what I mean? Normally, the UFOs would fly away before they get that chance, but at one instance, you know what I mean, 3 of them end up firing on the UFO, but the engine stalled on them. The planes basically shut down mid-air and crashed, and 2 of them passed, or died, got killed, however you want to put it. Alright? And this is another.
Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this?
No.
And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, how about you, Chief Wiggins?
Nothing to my knowledge, ma'am.
Okay, and how about you, Mr. Borland?
I prefer to answer that in a skiff.
But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that? What
So,
flies like that?
again, I'm not going to speculate what it is, but the question is...
Does this video scare you guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wiggins?
Yes.
Nat?
I had a different reaction. I was really happy that it got out. Thanks for providing.
Curiosity kills the cat. All right, Mr. Ward.
Alright, it's a break-in. This footage of a UFO deflecting Hellfire missile that was filmed by MQ-9 drone on October 30th, 2024, which was last year, was just shown in front of Congress for the first time. Alright, so this happened just last year. Alright, let me get some precepts. Precepts written down here. Alright, just 4 precepts. Alright. This is not the idea, it's not first, it is second, it's just 9 and 1, because we see in the sign that the times I've been doing videos on prophecies, right? It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that the time is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, right? This is the time you find you get a lot of UFO sightings and so on and so forth. UFOs are what the chariots are the most high. Right? But I was going to see a lot more sightings of it. Those who are looking for it, I'll be honest. Right? I have no reason to lie. I don't look for chariots. To be honest, I don't look up in the sky and look for chariots. You know? The brothers that do go looking would see it. They ask the Lord to reveal it. He'll reveal it, and them that many of us brothers messaging in group chat saying, hey, XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. You know? So there's that. And then this happened just last year. Almost a year. Almost an entire year now. Right? And now is the first time that Congress seeing it. You know? So that means when did Trump win? Trump won this year? So last year. I forget. Nevertheless, I think it's the CSO. I mean, the Biden administration didn't see it, right? Showing you that the hellfire lady name might hellfire, right? You know, we should Google hellfire missile and see what comes up. Alright, yeah, my one moment. Alright, so I just do the search there. I want to type in hellfire. Apparently, when I type in hellfire missile on Google, the same video I just showed that the brother posted in the group chat is the same video on Google right now. And you scroll, you see in social media sites where people actually talking about it. They say it was Tuesday, it was which is today. Shucks. Alright, cool. Nevertheless. Right, so AGM 114 Hellfire. So the AGM 114 Hellfire is an American missile developed for anti-armor use, later developed for precision drone strikes against other target types, especially high-value targets. It was originally developed under the name Heliborne Laser Fire and Forget Missile, which led to the colloquial name Hellfire, ultimately becoming the missile's formal name. It has a multi-mission, multi-target precision strike ability and can be launched from multiple air, sea, and ground platforms, including MQ-1 Predator and the MQ-9 Reaper. The Hellfire missile is the primary 100-pound class air-to-ground precision weapon for the armed forces of the United States and many other countries. It has also been fielded on surface platforms and surface to surface and surface to aeros. Okay, so this is a high precision, basically fire and forget, because once you fire to go hit the target, right? And you see what went on with that target, it bounced off, more or less, right? More or less, you know. So the kind of power the Lord, right? The power man can affect wherever the Lord set. It's like, come on, they're not serious, right? The second precept of the second Esdras 13 and verse 8. It says, And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. Yeah, they're so afraid and they will fight. Alright? Isaiah 13, 4 to 9. Alright, lovely. They're so afraid. You know what the man say in the video? The man asks, well, are you all afraid? And the man say, yes, we are afraid. Right? The next man said, but I just glad this video come out. So people, you know what I mean? So basically, alright, out now people know we up against. People know we are fighting no joke thing. We have to soup up we weapons, blah blah blah, que sera sera. Right? But hey, guys, there won't be no match for y'all bashing your shy. Alright, this is Isaiah 13 and from verse 4. It says, The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle. Yeah, the Lord bring them to battle, right? Together in Joel 3 and 10, 11, somewhere around there. It says, They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Holy, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Yeah, regardless of how strong you think your country is, because you know America one of the top armies in the world. You know what I mean? He's one of the leading militaries on the planet. Regardless of how strong you feel, how much pride you have, he's a proud American. But you could be a proud whoever. And you see shit like all your top shit being deflected. Yeah, you only have no counter, attack, no defense against, you know what I mean, the army of the Lord. In that day, when Yahweh comes, when Yahweh Shai comes, right? When Yahweh give him the order to come, and he pays the clouds and the fathership, as we locals say, capo smoke all the time. It says, Therefore shall and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. And so like they shall be in pain as a woman in travail, they shall be amazed one at another, their faces shall be as flames. Yeah. You know the tone of the voice people in the video. And we're showing you the hellfire missile affected. Yeah, when he was talking, he was amazed. They want to know, well, what the could deflect that? Then we Google what, you know what I mean, the stats on the missile, it says fire and forget. So after you fire it, you have to check back. You show that target going down. You show it in the target. Now they have to fire and try and remember. You understand? When it comes to the Lord. Verse 9, it says, behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof or out of it. Yeah, you'll destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Right? Because hey, at the end of the day, we know Babylon, America, the mother of harlots, I mean, Esau, Edom. You know, we know what they stand for. They don't stand for nothing righteous, they don't stand for nothing good. You know what I mean? But just look at the laws and statutes these people passing. Right? We know, hey, as the scriptures label them, the border of wickedness, Esau, Edom is the border of wickedness, right? And America is the capital. America is like the modern day Basra. And if you don't know, Basra is the capital city of Edom, Esau, Edom. Oh, the capital city of Idumea, you know what I mean? Same thing. Alright, nevertheless, Amos 5 and 18, it says, woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. You understand? It's darkness and not light. They will have no light of hope for you as a sinner, as somebody who stand against the Lord, as somebody who stand for Babylon, as somebody who take the MOTB, as somebody who despise the Lord, you know what I mean? As somebody who despise the saints and the prophets. There'll be no light for you in that day. You'll be amazed, as the Isaiah say. You'll look at each other, that face have flames, because you want to know you're red with anger. You know, Edomites just get red when they vex. Your face have flames, they're red with fucking anger, because you want to know how we best technology not working. He's the creator of the universe we talking about, bro. He's the Almighty. Fuck you think it could work? He's the reason you are where you are today. How you could go up against him the same way we just say how you could fight against Esau, whose blessing is the sword, with the sword. That's his blessing. How you could fight the creator of the universe with what he gives you. You know, but I mean, it's not too far-fetched for them to grasp. Nevertheless, I hope it was informative, it was food for thought. You know what I mean? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, Hashem Kakodash. Until next time, Shalom.